the internet, and welcome to season 365, episode 3 of Daily Zeitgeist, a production of iHeartRadio. We made it a full year of seasons.
Yeah.
Everybody said we couldn't, Miles.
I know.
They all fucking said, and now look who's laughing. This is a podcast where we take a deep dive into America's shared consciousness. We now have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
This very episode can be viewed on YouTube at Daily Zeitgeist Pod on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can see what I look like saying this.
Right now.
Pretty good.
Wow.
Right now.
Really cool.
It's
You're going to want to tune in. You're going to want to tune in.
You're going to want to see this.
You're going to want to see what the rooms look like. You're going to want to zoom in and make some observations.
You're like, why is he reading that? It's Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. That seems too far along. I feel like I have lost some days.
You mean just
It shouldn't be
the fact that
November
we're
20th
here?
already.
Well,
yeah.
It's
I've been
wild.
in a fugue state,
Yeah.
it turns out.
It's only been 2 weeks since the election. Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Anyway, it's,
okay.
guess
No,
what? No,
Jamie's like, spoilers.
appropriately, it's National Absurdity Day, whatever that means. National Peanut Butter Fudge Day.
I
National
bet it's
Child's
very
Day.
funny and cool.
National Education Support Professionals Day. And yeah, there it is. November 20th. You've got it.
National Support Education Professionals or Support Education Professionals?
Professionals.
Professionals
Up to you.
who are support educators.
Up to you. Oh,
It's totally up to you.
It's also.
I mean, either way, educators, all they get, like on Teacher Appreciation Day, my mom's entire staff, which is 90 people, got 24 donuts to share. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Fight for
Okay,
it. They
so-
just
You're
slid it
welcome.
into the middle
You're
of the
welcome,
teacher's
teachers.
lounge and then slammed
People-
the door.
Oh my God, taking a plastic knife to Dunkin' Donuts, it's just like, it was abysmal.
Yeah.
The
And you
most
have to cut them
humiliating.
into fourths? Ugh.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I hear in Elon Musk's austerity measures, they're actually going to take the teacher appreciation days back from the teachers. They think
Yeah.
they have too many appreciation days.
In Elon's government, the teacher thanks you.
That's right. Thank you so much, sir, for this job. They say to the second grader as they walk into class.
You know what else? You know what else today is? It's Joe Biden's birthday.
Thank you. Thank you, King, for
Thank
making
you for
it
being a
this
transitional
far.
president. So much.
Thank you for forming a bridge with your body that we could walk over into this glorious future. That bridge, not rickety at all.
No,
nailed it,
no.
sir. Sir, you nailed it.
Stuck the landing, King.
Yep.
Loved
God,
you on
could you-
Parks and Rec.
I think we deserve to like see his body flung in like some elaborate gymnastics routine and then see him try to stick the landing. Like,
I do feel like, it should, every presidency should end Santa University style, where
Yes.
he's just publicly executed. You just put him down.
yeah.
And
In
it's like,
some,
yeah.
but like we get to vote on the way, or like
To
we
be
get to vote on the person who designs the way.
Yeah.
And if
You know?
that happened, we wouldn't be in this situation right now, because we would have killed Donald Trump 4 years ago.
Thank you.
foresight.
Can you say that?
You can say we would have in a hypothetical universe, I believe.
People
Just
still
not-
say in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Sure.
yeah. We all say that
In
all the
Roblox.
time, especially on this show because we are young. We talk about Minecraft all the time.
On Neopets.
Yeah.
That's right. My name's JackO'Brien, aka Kevin Bacon got a bottle, says he's talking about a ship. The meaning has a second one. Oh no, it's about sex. You put the bottle in the highball glass, you simulating fucking. Put the bottle in the highball glass, you simulating sex. Put the bottle in the highball glass, you simulating fucking. Put the bottle in the highball glass and take the kids away. They say, da da. What's Kevin Bacon talking about? That's
It's
it.
still going.
That Apollo 13, aka courtesy of Panoramic View on the Discord. Apollo 13 opens with Kevin Bacon bottle fucking a highball glass, with a very horny narration to accompany it. Have you guys done Apollo 13 on Bechdel?
No, we haven't.
I know that.
Does he
It's,
do that?
He does.
Yeah,
It
he
opens
did.
with it. Yeah.
Very
His
suave.
character type, Poon Hound.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah.
Good for
He's
him.
like, this guy likes the ladies.
I'm the guy that fucks on
Yeah,
the ship.
I feel like Kevin Bacon is a little bit obsessed with his dick. Wasn't that a thing in Hollow Man? They spent a lot of CGI money, like when CGI cost so much money
To make him a dick?
to make him a dick that
Make
looked
him a
good.
better dick?
Yeah, make
Wow.
me the man I wish I was. Anyways,
There's an article that says that Time filmmaker scanned every inch of Kevin Bacon's penis.
Yeah.
Is a headline I saw. Okay, cool.
Fascinating.
anyways, his dick obsession translates over to Apollo 13, the very first scene. Like one of the first things we see anybody say is simulated sex. Anyways, I'm thrilled to be joined as always by my co-host,
me.
Mr. Miles Gray.
It's Miles Gray, a.k.a. I would eat a whole pie, I would drink up your wine, but you couldn't go to hell if your turkey's not brine. I will spit it right out, kick your mom in the mouth if it comes out dry, disgusting. Want it nice and tender, not like a dessert. Come and fuck around, you will soon be finding out. Don't mess up my Thanksgiving foods.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Wow.
Halcyon
Yeah.
Salad. That was obviously a reference when Marcella was on. We were talking about the Salvadorian turkey dish that is apparently the most goated way of making turkey. Shout out to the people who shared the recipe with me, because
Really?
that does look very tender, juicy the whole way through, because you're just constantly putting liquids on top the whole time. But anyway, shout out to
I do it
E6
once halfway through, and my turkey tastes like shit. So yeah,
Yummy.
maybe a constant recycling of the juices would be a
Yes,
better idea.
perhaps.
Miles,
Yeah.
we're thrilled, blessed
Yes.
to be joined once again in our
Truly.
third seat by one of the very faces on Mount Zeitmore, an Emmy-nominated writer, artist, comedian behind many of the best podcasts ever made, like the Actcast, Ghost Church, the Bechdel Cast, the wonderful new podcast, 16th Minute of Fame, which has covered subjects like William Hung and Moo Dang. She's the New York Times best-selling author of Raw Dog. It's Jamie Loftus!
AKA the baddie from Brockton.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to Lil Poopy?
Let's go.
Lil Poopy. I dethroned Lil Poopy.
Yeah, I forgot
Lil
about
Poop-
the most famous
I
people
don't know
from
what
Brockton,
happened.
Mass.
He's got to be like Big Poopy at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like I think he's adult Poopy.
Yeah,
He needs to
okay.
make some sort of like Bow Wow transition. Let's see where Lil Poopy is at. You know, we're not talking about Lil Poopy in Brockton like we used to be.
He's 21 now.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's
Wait.
smoking blunts. He's smoking blunts on his
No!
IG. No, Lil Poopy, you're too. Oh, look, this is Lil Poopy right now.
Lil Poopy. Wow, he still looks so young.
He look. Oh,
Baby-faced.
look, that blunt. He must have been sitting on that thing. It looks like a Tic Tac.
Lil Poopy, you're wild for that. You're
Oh,
wild for
Lil
that, Lil
Poopy.
This honestly looks like an anti-smoking commercial, like
Oh,
where
wait.
they like
That's
start up
from-
the thing and they're like, yeah.
His last post was from 2020.
Wait, that's from 2020. Wait, so how
Uh-oh.
old? Uh-oh.
What happened to Lil
Let's not.
Poopy?
Let's not.
Look too dark,
don't-
too deeply into this.
This is why we can
Okay.
have journalists on like Jamie who will look at
Nothing
these
but
details.
love and respect. Yeah, now I
Yeah.
need to figure out where he went. I hope that
we don't
want to
spoil a future episode of 16th Minute.
Yeah.
I would I would visit my mom to interview Lil Poopy.
Jamie, how have you been?
I've
been a while.
good. I've been good. Yeah, I know it has. It's been.
We're Canadian
longer
now.
than
so
usual.
it's been good. Yeah.
it's
been
been-
too long.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a
It's
year.
been.
It's been.
Did you want an answer to this question, or we're just gonna
yeah.
do
Nope.
this?
Just gonna do this.
No, it was a formality, and I recognize that. Let's just say I'm fine.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. I want to
Yeah.
hear that.
Great to have you back.
I don't want to hear anything else.
Great to be back.
We're going to get to know you a little bit better in a moment. First, we're going to tell the listeners a couple of things we're talking about. We are getting a view of what the mainstream media is going to look like in the second Trump administration via MSNBC.
Called cowardice.
And, Scarborough and the Brzezinsk. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about a cruise line selling a 4-year-long trip to avoid Trump's second term altogether. We'll talk about Matt Gaetz. We'll talk about Coca-Cola doing a new AI version of their famous Holidaze Are Coming ads, which I didn't know were famous. I was actually not that familiar with this.
You don't remember
Really?
I don't know what.
Oh my God! I remember there used to be like Santa packs are coming.
Yeah,
Santa packs are coming.
And then I just remember
Wow.
they always did always Coca-Cola, but with the more Christmassy.
Oh, I know
the
that
bells
part.
in the back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think maybe I'd like seen it, but I hadn't really there's some weird stuff in the original ad, and then the AI version just kind of underlines it. It's a mess. And we'll also talk about cheese heists. They're on the rise. America, watch out. Everywhere in the world. All of that, plenty more. But first, Jamie, we do like to ask our guest, what is something from your search history that's revealing about who you are?
Okay, this is I said Neopets earlier, and it's because it's top of mind. I'm back on. That's where I'm actually at. I'm back on Neopets.
Wow.
So I Googled Neopets termaculous hours. I can tell you what that means if you like. But
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I mean, there might be some listeners who don't
I
know.
was-
Is that
so
an
we should-
expansion pack or something?
it's the 25th anniversary of Neopets. It hit my my feeds like a plane because they know what I like.
Good
So
9/11 reference.
Thank you. So I started an account like 2 weeks ago to celebrate the 25th anniversary. And it is weird like how muscle memory because I learned capitalism from Neopets, and I don't know if I felt good about that, but like I have in Neopets as a 12-year-old, I had like a bank account, I had a mortgage,
Right.
I had kids to feed.
Wow.
Like there was a lot to do. I had to groom them or they got dirty. Like it was a whole thing. And what you can do is you can get your Neopets pets. So now they have their own pet. And if you go to the termaculus, which is this gigantic dinosaur-like creature, sometimes if you go to the termaculus at certain hours of the day, he will give you a fancy vegetable.
Oh.
And I was
what
trying
does
to
this
figure
vegetable
out.
do?
You just feed it to your Neopet and it says, thank
Fancy.
you. That's it.
Oh.
That's all that happens.
Awake for one random hour every day.
Yes.
You'll just go. So do you like get notifications? Is somebody like, oh, he's awake, or you
The
just
community is hurting. I really don't think anyone. Yeah, see, I just tried to wake him up, and Snort, the termaculus, did not wake.
wow.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. So I was just trying to figure out, I would like one of the fancy vegetables to feed to my sons.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you know how long it takes to get to Marydale or wherever the fuck?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for using the right terminology.
just learning
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's as a giant termac pet. Let's get it in Marydale. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I brought my robot pet to the termaculus to see if he'd give me a vegetable, and he said no.
Oh, okay.
So but someday.
Neopets
So yeah, to answer your
was-
question, Jack, how have things been? Not great.
Well, they've certainly been better.
Sounds awesome. So it's like an open world. Are you interacting with other people wandering around in there? I actually don't know shit about Neopets. Too
No,
old.
I liked Neopets because it didn't. I feel like the alternative to Neopets was Club Penguin. And Club Penguin, you would interact with other people, and it was mostly like little boys saying slurs and
Right.
stuff.
Sure.
So it was like
Yeah.
PlayStation Live or whatever. Neopets, you can really just kind of do your own thing.
Got it.
And I celebrate that. The games are awesome. They still have all the old games. And I've been gambling. I've been auctioning things off.
Oh.
I've got another house in Fairyland. It's a nice
Okay.
house. Yeah. No, that's
Doing
the most
well.
expensive house, Jack.
Damn,
so
queen.
it's actually
All right.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah. No, that's great real estate if you can get it. Must
really
be nice.
hard. Really, really competitive field. Which is why I only have one chair to put in it so far. But
I've been
working on it.
gambling. I've been auctioning stuff off. just cut that. Let's use that as how have you been? How have I been? Well, been
Auctioning
gambling.
stuff off,
I've been
yeah.
auctioning stuff off.
Trying to feed pet.
What's something you think's underrated?
Underrated. This is the only AI thing I have ever enjoyed. I encountered recently. So this is also, I feel like everything I'm going to say is like, well, she could be doing better. I was Googling why are my cats friends? I was like, why do my cats love each other so much? So I looked up Russian blue, I think it's like a Bombay cat friends. And there is an AI generated video it makes me laugh. I watch it all the time. It's so funny. It's just a robot voice explaining the temperament of my gray cat. And it sounds like a gray cat wrote it. It's like, the beautiful gray cat runs around the house with the grace of a Russian ballerina. There's the gray, and for some, when they're talking about the black cat, they're like, the black cat is friendly, but the gray cat
has a whole
the
thing.
Grace of a Russian ballerina.
Right.
The Russian blue is a well-humored cat. I have the whole thing memorized. The Russian blue is a good-humored cat, but be sure to laugh with him, not at him. He is very sensitive.
Yeah, that is like, it was written by an insecure gray cat. It was
Yeah.
like, this is not gray, this is blue, first
There's
of
even
all.
a video that
and
says how to become friends with a Russian blue cat.
you can't.
People take it
The
very
cat just
seriously.
chooses you.
That's just such
His-
a tortured Google search. Like, how to become friends with this cat?
He's
so lonely.
He's fully a gray cat. There's no denying he is a gray cat, but the video says, to the uninformed, he may look gray.
Oh,
However, he's
You thought that was gray, stupid?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's actually blue with silver tips, which again,
Yeah.
just absolutely not true. He's gray.
yeah. I was gonna say, like, isn't there something scientific like about blue not like occurring as like a fur or something or natural?
Well, to the uninformed,
Not
perhaps that may
naturally,
be
yeah.
true.
Okay.
That's yeah. There's just like some weird pockets of like propaganda. Like you see this in sports, obviously, all the time, where like you just happen on like a Yankees forum, and it's just like they have a different version of reality. They're like, actually, this guy is cool. He doesn't look like a cop. That mustache works for him.
Right.
And our team should have won the World Series, and we're actually happy we lost. But yeah, like
We learned, and we'll only get stronger.
that's actually the best thing that's ever happened to us. But I like just one breed of cat. They're like, yeah, black cats are nice. Anyways,
This one though,
Do not laugh
Viridian.
at this guy.
not like the other cats. Yeah.
Laughing with him, not at him, really gets me every time. If AI could be regulated to that kind of video, and then like AI plankton karaoke covers, I
Yeah.
would be totally the AI plankton I'm just Ken cover really got me through.
Oh,
last
did you like
summer.
10 Drunk Cigarettes? Did you hear that one?
No.
It's a song that's supposedly AI. I think it's too funny to be AI, but it just talks about like, it's kind of like girl bossy, but then it's like, here's what girls like instead of men. And here, I'll find
I'll play it.
the chorus.
Oh wow, you just had it so ready.
Because I keep bringing it up.
Girls don't need men, but we don't need Ken. Us girls are doing
sorry.
fine on our own. So if you're a man, leave us alone. Getting girls rich, yes,
Okay.
that's a part of my plan. And I can name 10 things us girls need before we ever need a man. 1 new bake, 2 lines of coke, 3 drinks from the bar, 4 lines of coke, 5 fast fries.
I don't
6
believe
of my
this
blinds,
is AI for a
Yeah, it's
second.
too good,
That's
right?
So funny.
8 pairs of shoes, 9 baby belts, and 12 cigarettes.
It's too good, right?
Girly girl.
Shout out the blunt
cigarette.
references. Yeah, I'm like,
I know.
Seriously, I don't need anything from a man.
Cigarette.
So much cocaine.
Actually, maybe give me some money. I don't need money from a man. I got my own, but
Yeah.
I want money from.
I don't believe it's AI. I think it's probably one of those things. I also don't understand. Like that happened with that, I think it was a George Carlin routine where someone was like, we AI to George Carlin. And then it was like, actually, we're comedy writers.
Right,
It's
right,
like,
right.
Why did you do that? You're just convincing media executives that you don't ever need to exist in the media ecosystem ever again.
But what a bit. What a bit.
yeah,
What a bit.
What a bit.
Jamie, what is something that you think is overrated?
Okay. So my mom is retiring in a couple of weeks, and I was just looking for ideas. It's really hard to know what to get someone when they're retired. I tried to like get her like a spa package, but she's like, I don't want it. So I was like, okay, what is the tchotchke situation? And it is bleak. It is really brutal. It's either like I looked at, because I was like, Amazon is where you get the most cursed results, right? So I'm just like, what does the spread even look like? If I go to the Hallmark store, what's even going to be there? Only two messages. One is very simple, wholesome. Never underestimate the difference you made and the lives you touched. 2024, happy retirement. Okay, fine. Not inspired, but the rest are real. Like, here's a jar candle that says, smells like it's not your problem anymore. Hashtag happy retirement. And you're like, what the fuck is that? What do you call, and it's in like wine mom font. What do you call a person who is happy on Monday? Retired.
Oh, wow.
Like
life is fucking bleak.
It really is very late capitalism, where it's like, it's talking to you like you've died because you're no longer making money. Quitter. I mean, happy retirement. Congratulations on escaping.
Yo, there's one on Etsy that says fucking quitter in big
Yes!
font. Then it says, oops,
Yeah.
I mean happy retirement. Wow.
It just is like gifts you can give someone to indicate your rage at them. That they like. So I can't imagine like taking that home and being like, okay, time to light up my smells like it's not my problem anymore soy candle. Like, it's just
It feels like the next escalation is like, there's fucking blood on your hands. Anyway, happy retirement.
There's one here that it says, we can't believe you are leaving. The place will be dead without you. To us, you are irreplaceable, but you are dead to us is in like big letters. So that's all you can read on the thing.
It's
like,
so
why are you
aggressive.
so mad?
It's so aggressive. And then the other things, like, I feel like even the more encouraging retirement gifts are like indicating that like life after having a job will be very bleak. Like, there's this like AI generated blanket I'm looking at. It says like retirement rules: no clocks, wake up smiling, naps, family and friends, travel, grateful for
Pudding.
the day, read a book, make memory. You're like, oh
Take
my
the pills
God.
that your helper is giving you.
Well, yeah,
My
that
mom's
is kind of like-
64. Like, she's
Right.
gonna be fine.
Because like so much of the American working ethos is just to be like, you die now so you can maybe relax later. Whereas like other countries, you know, like in Europe and stuff, they take vacation more seriously. Like you got to kind of be able to live now too. Like, don't save that for the end. So all these things just sort of like reinforce. It's like, well, now that you're done, you can have some coffee and lay down and enjoy yourself. Congratulations.
Ugh,
Maybe
I want
watch a
no
film.
clocks, wake up smiling, take
Yeah.
naps, go for a walk, read a book.
Hello, I
make
am no
memory.
clocks. Wake up smiling.
No
to
stress,
meet you.
relax, grateful for the day.
Mm-hmm. Make memories. Oh my God, you're right. I should get around to doing that because I didn't do that for many years until now.
Just a
Yeah.
really aggressive area of the gift space. I don't like it.
There's multiple versions on Amazon of like things written on the bottom of feet, like socks
Yes.
with like
Yeah.
messages
Queen
on the
has
bottom of feet.
retired.
The
Right.
queen has retired. Don't ask me. I'm retired. It's just like
Goodbye tension, hello pension. Is another one I just.
But the only time you ever see the bottom of feet is in these pictures of retirement socks and like dead bodies on movie posters,
Or
like
like
in the
a-
morgue.
Or a Tarantino movie.
I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
like, I don't think I would ever want to like wear a shirt or have like home decor that like indicated my working status. Like, that's
Right.
fucking weird. That's really weird.
Yeah.
I looked up retirement minions. That might be more.
That's
up our
fun.
alley.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yeah.
Retirement
Is your mom
Minions.
big on Minions?
Huge
Yeah,
on
I
minions.
knew it.
You were
Lots
ahead
of
of me
things.
on the Minions, but it has fully
Did
invaded
you? I was
our
like,
household.
did you finally get there?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
yeah.
I'm sorry
we
that
love
they
it.
came in. I'm sorry they came in at Despicable Me 4. That's just like one of the weaker installments. But I
Yeah.
was there at midnight when it came.
Yeah.
out.
It wasn't that good, but it had its moments. Like the Minions with superpowers, really.
I'm just.
But I feel like they
Superpower
fucked
Minion's
up a
good.
little bit. It
I
could have been
just-
better.
I just feel like, why would you give Gru a baby? He has 200 babies. They're
200
minions.
babies. Yeah.
No more babies for Gru.
They just took Jack from The Incredibles and
They
like
did.
put him in this.
Totally did.
Yeah.
And fuck that kid. More
Fuck
minions.
Jack.
More
Yes.
minions.
Fuck the baby.
That's
They
what
should
that
have him
character's
die.
called? Jack
in Instagram.
Yeah, I remember.
Instagram. In The Incredibles. Jesus Christ.
I just remember, when I went to Disneyland last year, there was a place that was like Jack's Cookie Num Nums, and I was like, what the fuck? Did I have like a brain injury? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
They just want
You're
you to
like,
have
wait.
to say that out loud to another adult.
Right. Should we go to Jack's Cookie Num Nums? And you're like,
And now you know the secret
mace
of
you.
why. Now you know the secret of why during ad breaks I say, Miles, give me a second for Jack's Cookie Num Nums and have a little snack. Jack's Cookie Num Nums. Yum, 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 yum. All right, that's depressing. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. And we're back. Let's just do this instead of talk about the mainstream media capitulating to fascism.
Yeah, well, look, we got to keep our eyes and ears open and out for this kind of stuff.
What if I retired? What if, let me just put this out.
Yeah,
what if I retired?
Smells
got
like
some
your
Not
fucking
my problem.
problem.
Not my problem.
smells like someone else's fucking
Where's that
problem.
pension? I hope it's not tied to the stock market. Just so you know, that might come back to you to haunt you. But
No,
anyway,
my pension num-nums are going up.
okay, good. Your penny num-nums are going up. But so anyway, like in the aftermath of the election, obviously we talked about MSNBC just saw their ratings fall harder than I would for a snowman that just came to life with a six-pack. And I
Baby
think,
brain, hot bod.
Yeah.
Miles is two things Miles is helpless against.
Yeah, exactly.
Baby brain.
Yeah, but he's num-nums. I think most of it, though, obviously was probably due to the fact that people just wanted to like avoid the reality of what had happened on election day. But there's also like just the case of like, MSNBC just like sucks. I just want to point out a huge L the network just dealt itself in the form of Morning Joe host Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. We touched on it in the episode with Magpie yesterday, but they made a trip to Mar-a-Lago. Essentially,
Right,
they pledged
did
fealty.
The kiss the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they it's clear that there's a clip on Twitter that I think Ken Klippenstein posted that sort of shows how like the energy went from like this guy's a fascist to then suddenly like this solemn like, well, we've been doing a lot of thinking. This is just kind of a sort of before and after comparison of like what they were saying on their show.
Joe, a lot to talk about in a jam-packed scary stuff speech by former President Trump.
You've always had this fascist talk coming from him. And now we're just going full on Hitler, talking about
one election later.
Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. It was the first time we have seen him in 7 years. And for those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we? 5 years of political warfare has deeply divided Washington and the country. Joe and I realize it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him. What we did agree on was to restart communications.
Okay.
My father often spoke with world
Like,
leaders.
It's the division that is the problem.
Yes.
It's not the fascism. It's the division from the fascism. That's the problem.
And with that Bob, it just pisses me off. Hearing that coming out
Right.
of a blonde Bob, I'm like, okay, you're like 2/3 of the way to Fox anyways. with that.
Right. Yeah.
Unbelievable. This, I don't know. I feel like the way that I can tell where MSNBC is standing with the libs is when last time I was home, my mom's MSNBC mom mug back of the cabinet.
Oh
Wow.
Yeah, it was Jover for her already.
Oh no! And we're talking about Joe Scarborough or Joe Biden, because there's two versions of being Jover.
Why not both?
Yeah,
Why not both?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, it's
The tone of that whole thing was so weird. Like the room tone is
Scripted
deafening.
monologue?
There's like a weird like buzz. They just seem, I don't know. They both look like they just took a handful of NyQuil and are like trying to keep their eyes open.
Yeah.
And they're reading, like they're mispronouncing words, like they're reading a PSA cold for the first time. You know,
It does feel like, yeah, that some Men in Black shit happened to them at Mar-a-Lago, and now they're like allies to the president.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
But really, they're just spiritually weak.
I think, yeah, and also the reporting around it seems to be that like they are very worried about what will happen to them. And that's the whole reason for it. It's purely out of self-preservation. They're like, let's just, be fine. Let's reopen communications. I just also want to just show this quickly that, like, obviously everyone's reaction was like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why would they do this? Like, why are they
not
just
everyone's
bending the knee?
Miles?
I know. So then the very next episode, because first of all, once they posted that, they prohibited like any comments from being posted on anything they were posting because they just didn't want to hear any feedback from that clip.
Oh my God.
So then the next day on Tuesday, they're like, can we just like talk about how much of like a non-L that whole thing was? This is them the next day explaining why it's totally okay what they had done the previous broadcast.
Yesterday, I saw for the first time what a massive disconnect there was between social media and the real world, because we were flooded with
Why are they? Oh God! Look at them leaning towards each other.
Yeah,
look at like they're.
I know. I think it just feels so weak from everything. She's like, I need
to
lean towards
cling together
you.
for warmth.
Yeah.
I call him back and I go, well, Eddie Glaude was one of them. I go, Eddie, are you on Twitter? And he goes, I am. I go, okay, well, I'm not. So we've had a good day. Mika just had a wonderful event, and it's fantastic. We're going to do all of us are going to do the best we can do, and we're all working towards a better America.
Take it day by day.
Day by day. And again, you can.
I'm not. So
predict the future
no
by
L's
shaping the
taken,
future.
and they just keep going on about it. It's like, yeah, like it just seems. I mean, when talking to other millionaires who are in the real world as well, everything is okay.
Yeah. Twitter is not the real world. Phone calls from rich and powerful people who have my phone number are the real world.
Right. That's the crazy making thing where I feel like this is like a trend across mainstream media, like whether we're talking like centrist or just like full psycho, where it's like the internet is a real and influential space when it behooves the narrative, and when it doesn't behoove the narrative, Twitter isn't real life. Shut the fuck up.
It's like,
but also podcast won the election. You're like, which is it?
Yeah.
Which is it? How do we actually feel about the influence of that space?
Right. Is it Brat Summer, or because I thought it was Brat Summer too, and there was a lot of write-ups about coconut Twitter and all that shit.
That wasn't the real world. That
That's
wasn't
not
the real world.
No.
Yeah.
But like this all comes as like people like Nancy Pelosi and Hakeem Jeffries, who might, by the way, just kept his spot as like minority leader in the House. Thank God. Brave leadership for the Democrats. They're making comments about like finding common ground with Trump. And obviously there's two ways to look at this. The first being they are being strategic and not wanting to be antagonistic out the gate. So they maybe have some room to maneuver, or they are totally just out here trying to normalize this administration to save their own asses. Either way, it's not sending the right message to Americans, which is that this administration is truly going to be like nothing we have ever witnessed in our brief history as a nation. And, along with that, I get the, maybe being strategic, saying like maybe we can find common ground, but there's not I can't think of a single moment where Donald Trump is like, I listened to the Democrats and they actually had a good point, and I felt like we needed to come to a place of like he was always like knockdown, drag out fights with Democrats, and maybe because enough like Republicans are like, this thing isn't going to pass or whatever, they would take their foot off the gas. But this entire time when Trump's been out of office, there's been no semblance of him trying to find common ground with Democrats. So it's like,
I feel like this has been a like consistent thing from Democrats at the highest level since Trump won a re-election, starting with I was really frustrated by Kamala's concession speech being like, everything's going to be okay. And you're like, no, it's not. And like you ran on the correct,
I thought we're not going back, and you said this guy's a threat. And you're like, it's gonna be, it'll be all right.
You're like, it's actually gonna be.
I was just fucking around.
Don't worry, you guys. It's actually gonna be totally fine. And it's just like it's so condescending. It's so frustrating, and it's just like, I don't know, self-preservational, and and cowardly to do, especially because I don't know. I would be, if it is a strategy, did that strategy not just fail Democrats massively trying to capitulate to Republicans? Like it didn't work.
They'll come around this time.
Yeah.
Like it's insane that was happening less than 3 weeks ago, and they're like, all right, let's one last shot, but this time to a fascist government. And you're like,
Please, I like you. Don't fuck me up. Really? Ugh. That's not what's going to... Anyway, so here we are. And they will... I guess they need another bite of the poison apple to make sure it's poison again.
What possible benefit, like strategically, having worked with him or like around him for a long time now, what possible benefit are they even telling themselves at this point that
I think
it's working with him?
You get more flies with honey approach.
Yeah, but they know that that's not true at this point.
No, they don't. Clearly they don't.
They know
that
that's
what
not
they're
true.
doing. Like,
no,
that's the only logic would be.
But
like,
I think it's just they recognize that it's a transactional. He's purely transactional, and you need to kiss his ass in order to like not be attacked, and that's being attacked is scary to them, and so they're just doing, like Jamie said, like the most cowardly thing in the name. Like Joe Biden saying like turn down the temperature like after the election is
okay. Like
how, but wouldn't this be the time to...
I don't know. Maybe
there were people being like, okay, Biden, here's what we do. Game plan. The next 3 months, you need to like start passing the most radical legislation. And he's just like, what? No. This is where I turn down the temperature.
I'm going to
put on a nice sweater.
Jungle.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is Liz Cheney not turning down the temperature on doing anything? It just drives me up a wall. Like I don't know. It must be a kink or something. They're like, we'll just like gamble with vulnerable American lives to get off on this like weird phantom thread thing they have going with Trump. Like it's just so fucked. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is what we're going to see. Like the ruling classes, the now more than ever corporations will abandon their morals on this, just like they did Gaza. Like, you know, they rooted out dissent on that. Like this is just being expanded. And it's, I'm not holding out any hope for any of the like center left democratic institutions to do shit this time around. I think it really is going to have to come from the bottom up. It's going to be very bleak if you pay attention to the mainstream media, because it's just going to be capitulation and talking about like how crazy or like unrealistic the demands of everybody else is. But we just need to push forward.
You're going to see, I'm sure you'll see some like weird mass deportation apologia come out that's like, but these people were criminals with violent, like whatever. You're going to, it's just, it's going to.
There was a New York Times headline yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago, that was like, there's a mass like young school-aged children unhoused crisis in New York due to rampant immigration. Like they're getting on board with the talking points in their headlines.
It's absurd. I mean, and I feel like using Gaza as a yardstick for how they're going to handle it is probably true. Where I mean, the whole last year plus, like almost every Democrat I've heard talk about Gaza is like, oh, this is so horrible.
Yeah.
I wonder what could happen to stop it, where, you know, just acting like they have no power and like who could, you know, whatever, Tim Robinson in the fucking hot dog suit. Like we're all trying to figure out how we can do this. It's like you are in power. Obviously, you're not going to do anything. And now they're not in power. Now it's like there's no, you know.
But if I did something, I wouldn't be in power anymore. So... that's scary to me.
You say that, you're like walking
scared.
into the woods, mumbling. Like,
I do want to get your opinion on that. If he had indeed walked into the Amazon rainforest, just like straight through, do you think an animal would have eaten him? I feel like he probably doesn't even register as food to animals at this point.
I feel like he would have, for some reason, like walked in an exactly straight line for like 50 miles and then collapsed.
Yeah.
And that would have just been.
I think that's right.
That
there would have
or
just been a pile of dust.
I could also see like a bunch of bugs covering him, and he just becomes like a big blob of bugs that walks around, just covered in bugs. Like you don't even see the form of Joe Biden.
like a reverse Edgar from Men in Black, where there's a person on the inside, bugs outside.
They use his like skeletal structure to create a new organism, which is just like bug biting.
Bug Biden. He's reached his final form.
Bug Biden. Talk about a bug bite. I got a bug Biden here.
Well, dang, we'll leave my dogs alone in the backyard. Driving them wild every night.
All right.
Bug Biden's back in the yard.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we're back. We're back.
Yup.
Yeah. Hell
Yup.
yeah.
Yup.
Let's go.
Yup.
All right. Let's talk about The Holidays Are Coming. Coca-Cola commercial started in the 90s, featuring a truly intimidating number of trucks pulling into a town. In the original, with like Christmas lights on the trucks, and then everything they pass turn into Christmas lights.
Yeah. Holidays are coming.
Holidays
Just
are
a quick
coming.
refresher.
Holidays are coming. Yeah.
You can hear that little
I love
VHS
this
buzz.
shit.
Oh, look. And then
Wow.
those are real
Holidays are
trucks.
coming.
I know.
Holidays are coming.
I love this
High
shit.
fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup.
That's so many trucks.
That
you guys.
is, this line of trucks is kind of dystopic.
That's too many trucks. That is a full-on convoy.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
We're here to put everyone in this town into diabetic shock. Get ready.
This is a show of strength from
I
Coca-Cola.
loved that shit. I loved when they would, you could get the little truck. And then do you remember the polar bears? The
Oh, yeah.
freaking Coca-Cola polar bears?
There's the old Santa. Like that old man's like, what is Christmas?
Hey, but I was already
Actually,
putting my...
that guy's lights turned on, and he just looked at the fucking extension cable and the plug. He's like, what the fuck?
The magic of Christmas. You don't need electricity, bro.
I don't know
He
if
does
I'd
kind
call
of look
that.
up like, he kind of does look up like, they've finally come for me. Like he's been
I
waiting
knew
for
this day would come.
Yeah.
Yeah, post like truck caravan culture. This is actually far more menacing.
So sinister.
Yeah.
Just goes to a shed in his backyard, and there's just weapons all along
Right.
the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kicks the door
Well,
open. He's like,
it's
honey, the
time."
day has come.
Yeah,
We're here.
he pulls a fake book, and then like Jake goes, and it's
Yeah.
like, yes, I
He's
thought I
got a
would lay you
Dexter's
down
Lab
forever.
style panic room. Yeah.
It is a really well executed commercial. They even have like, it reminded me of the Graceland, like Lady Smith Black Mambazo, like vocal arrangements where it's like this, like, you know, like
But it's
a
Oh,
like
kind of,
Holidays are
yeah.
acapella. But then they're like, holidays are coming. So it's like, we're white.
Yeah, it's Lady Smith White Mambazo.
There it is.
Yeah. That's what it's
But so anyways, this is what a classic bit of Christmas nostalgia from Coca-Cola. And they were like, what if we like fucking ruined that? Like, what if we, I don't know, AI this
Oh.
shit?
Ooh.
Mix some AI in the mix.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, it's not as horrifying as some of the AI shit that we've seen, but just the overall impression of it.
Yeah.
Like it reminded me of the thing like Jurassic Park famously, like all these CGI special effects, and I assumed they were all CGI, but then like when you look at the actual making, it's like 10% CGI and the rest are practical, and
Right.
the CGI just doesn't look as shitty when it's
Right.
next to the practical, whereas this is just all AI. And it's
Yeah.
like after the 8th shot where everything is like glistening and weird and looks like it's like behind a glass in like some museum or something, like some future museum where they're observing us.
Well, and like also like the perspectives on stuff isn't consistent, so it feels like when you're like taking psychedelics and you're wondering if they're kicking in yet, and you're like, dude, I think this shit just wobbled a little bit. Like
that is how I feel looking at AI people. It makes me feel like when I'm on mushrooms and I think somene's mad at me.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Like you're just like, why are they looking at me like that?
They're like, are you wearing purple foundation right now? No, what? Never mind. Yeah, so they did like 3 different AI ads, and this is so funny. Someone tweeted, it's like, the company I work for just created an ad for Coca-Cola. Yes, the Coca-Cola. We were asked to bring the classic Coca-Cola Holidaze Are Coming ad back through the use of AI. Check it out. Here it is.
I'm glad they anticipated my commercial. Wait, Coca-Cola? Which are you talking about?
The Coca-Cola?
Yeah, that one.
Already the ratio, the quote tweet ratio is looking pretty brutal
for
old Chris.
Just for the numbers, I don't feel good for this poster, but here is the whatever we can tolerate of this AI version. Okay, we got a bottle
echoing
opening,
through the valleys.
winter scenes, the Arctic, a puffin.
Puffin looked a little weird.
A
That
moose.
guy.
No, not the bear. The bear
Why
can
is,
shake.
you see how like everything's changed?
The truck is breathing, by the way.
First of all, yeah. Why did
That's
the
not where the exhaust comes out of.
came out of the front? Is that supposed to be like it's the?
The bear also changed shape when it came out of the water. Its head shape wobbled.
Yeah.
It's like-
And the nose like turned into almost 3 nostrils, and then it was like the AI woke up, it was like, fuck, it's only 2. It's only 2 nose holes. But yeah, it's like I guess the logic here is like you can see the truck's breath. It's so cold.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, so this is.
So the trucks are weird. Watch the
cars-
trucks.
The text on the truck's so weird. Whoa.
Yeah. The trucks are like different shapes and sizes, and then there's this one shot where they're
going. Is
going.
a gun.
What are these squirrels doing?
That one can't blink. All right, right there. Freeze it right there. The Coca-Cola trucks are on an escalator. Look at how they're like going down the hill. Do you see how like they're flat, but like one's down? Like they're just going down on an escalator. It's so weird.
Yeah, like the wheels aren't. It's basically. It looks like like the wheels are locked up during a snowstorm, and it's just like fuck. We're just going where gravity's taking us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
raccoons,
wasn't.
Fuck raccoons.
You want to keep going? Shall we keep going?
Have we seen The People yet?
That's a different
we
one.
wanna
That's
see
the different one. We want to see the people one.
Yeah, let's see
The
the
people
one.
one's real fucking bad too.
Nice.
Here it is. This one is called just Christmas Coca-Cola Christmas advert.
Oh, this is really like giving me chills of
Here we
joy,
go.
of holiday joy.
Chills of joy. This holiday.
So again, polar bears. This one's
That one. Look at that look on her face.
like, are they twins too? Are they siblings? They're cousins.
The AI doesn't know. Yeah, it's like, wait, there are twins.
Also, like,
That's
I don't
fucking
trust the look
weird.
of the girl behind the other one.
Yeah,
so it looks like she's
a gun.
yeah. She's like, I'm
She got a gun.
Half of the characters in AI are a gun.
Right.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Secretly are a gun. Yeah.
If she opens her mouth, the other girl's dead.
Okay.
Wait, so Santa
this poor
is
guy.
giant and driving the trucks?
Look at that thumb. Wow. He has like an infant's thumb. This looks like a baby's
Yeah, he got baby
hand.
hands.
That's a baby hand, y'all. I'm sorry, Santa. What's going on?
Oh, there's a spirit trapped in that man.
Boom. Did you see this thing? I think there was the fine print right there. It said like this ad was fucking created by Real Magic AI, like in the lower corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's also upsetting that we're having to look at this, and this is
This
way
is what
things
we're
are-
doing.
Talking
About the integrity of AI, of Coca-Cola commercials.
you used to be
Now
somebody.
I've had it.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's your integrity?
What the
legacy
fuck?
company? That was genuinely upsetting to look at. I am curious. I mean, I don't know. It's already taken half of my jobs. But
Right,
I am like, it's so. it still looks bad. I wonder if it's just going to look bad forever, because it does feel like there is a very like human part of you that can, it's just like the uncanny valley forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have faith, and I kind of hope that they can never exit that space.
Right.
That's the scariest thing of all. If they can get out of the uncanny valley.
I mean, like when
we're,
you think about like
turbo-fucked.
where we started with the Will Smith spaghetti eating videos, you know, and where we're at now, like it's
True.
definitely on an upward trajectory, you know.
It's still, it's true. And it's like, I'm sure that half of our tax money will go into developing more of it, which is going to
100%.
be amazing.
Because you also think about, too, like how many people breathlessly share this shit, like without realizing it. And you're like, does it need to get, I mean, it's already got a ton of people just being like, yeah, man, look at Santa's baby hand, man. I remember that. That's real.
Just sharing it with
nostalgic sleigh. Santa has baby hand now.
sharing it with the eyes emoji, the looking to the side eyes emoji. I feel like the worst people I know are always sharing stuff with me like that with the eyes emoji. Like, check out, this is a cool marketing opportunity.
You could have just said that directly to me, man. But I sometimes think it's an elegant way to just be, without using words, be like, you see this? That's how I mean it when I post it.
I like sending the single eyeball, but it does make you seem like conspiratorial.
Yeah, just the fucking...
It's
Under
very
his
Illuminati
eye.
coded.
Right.
Send the single eyeball.
They're like, yeah, have you seen the latest fucking Coca-Cola ad? Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I have.
Oh.
And it's cool.
There it is.
Well, Jamie Loftus, what a
Yeah.
pleasure having you back on the Daily Zeitgeist.
Always happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, follow you, hear you, all that good stuff?
You can check out my new podcast. Well, it's 6 months old now.
That's new.
But still new.
Newest
In
of
its
the
infancy.
podcast. Very new. Yeah.
16th minute of fame. Maybe you've heard Miles Gray's very voice on this very
What?
podcast, playing the part of
What?
Takeru Kobayashi.
Yeah.
What?
Extremely well, I might add.
I almost did my Ninja Warrior voice. I remember telling you and Sophie when you're like, "We want to do a voice." I'm like, I used to do really problematic Japanese accents for voiceover on American Ninja Warrior. I'm like,
And Sophie was like, "Do that. Yeah, go for it."
part of me, I fired up the mic and I was like, "Nah, not for this classy production
Today,
Not
this is a
today.
classy party.
Yeah, that's the
There-
same way like that old man in the Coca-Cola video thought about his suit of armor. I'm like, no, I put that down
I
years ago.
heard. I got a message yesterday saying that the current Nathan's hot dog eating champion, a guy named Patrick Bertoletti, longtime competitor, he commented on that post and said he really enjoyed the episode.
Oh,
so it's
shit.
Nathan's contest approved
Wow.
from
Yeah.
our boy Patrick.
Love that.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, this week we released, just today we released an episode about the Gorilla Glue scandal of 2021, Tessica Brown.
Yeah.
And I have an interview with her. She's very lovely. So check out the show. It's if you have a main character, we've probably covered it or will.
Yeah.
And even if you don't know the original meme, it's fascinating and engrossing, and you will learn to care about these people.
Yeah.
And
You'll
the
learn
meme.
to care about curvy wife guy. I swear.
You will.
Let
Amazingly,
him
you
cook.
will.
Let him
Thank you.
cook.
You'd be like, maybe this guy should have his own podcast.
This
Yeah.
guy wrote a song called "Big Girl Banger." Surely nothing wrong there. Anyways,
Is there a work of media you've been enjoying?
yes. Last night I went to a reading from someone I've been a fan of for a long time, a poet named Summer Farah. And I saw her do a reading last night as a part of this monthly series in LA organized by the Writers Against the War on Gaza. She did a reading from her poetry collection that came out this year called I Could Die Today and Live Again, which is poetry about her life and Zelda, the game. So
Amazing.
It's really funny. It's really good. I highly recommend it.
Hell yeah. Miles, where can people find you? Is there a work of media you've been
Wait,
enjoying?
Jamie, did you say where we could find you? Were you at on B
Oh.
Sky? Did you say where you're at on B Sky?
I'm on
Oh,
B
yeah,
Sky,
the
baby.
B-Sky.
I'm
Yeah.
on B Sky. I finally I used it once in 2023, but I'm serious this time.
Okay.
Guys, I'm serious
I'm
this time.
dead ass. I'm dead ass.
I'm here to reset
Dead ass?
communications, like
Dead
Morning
ass?
Joe
I'm on
and
Blue
Mika.
Sky now.
Yeah.
And it's the first social media platform where I've just gotten to have my name. It's just Jamie Loftus.
Wow. Congratulations. That's huge.
I'm still on Instagram at Jamie Christ Superstar as well.
Hell yeah. Miles, where can people find you? Is there work of media you've been enjoying?
You can find me on Blue Sky and the other @based places, Miles of Gray, pretty much everywhere. Find Jack and on the Basketball Podcast, Miles Jack Boosties. You already know about the NBA, or what's up with my Lakers, what's up with the Sixers, what's going on, who knows, what's up with the Celtics. Oh boy, they're doing good. And also find me talking about 90 Day Fiance on 420 Day Fiance. Some media I like. I've just been watching clips of Mike Tyson maybe not punching that Paul guy, but really there's nothing. I've pretty much averted my eyes away from Twitter, which has actually been good. So shout out everything I see on Blue Sky, which are things I'm following. And let's see, is that it? Yeah, I was gonna say another video, but I'll hold that for the next episode. I'm gonna hold that one for the next episode.
Till the next episode. Huh?
So hold up.
You can find me on Blue Sky at JackO'B1. It looks like Jacob1.bsky.social. I fucked up.
I gotta follow everyone.
I fucked
on
up,
Blue
you
Sky.
guys.
This is thrilling.
Yeah.
I love to connect.
Still on Twitter at Jack_O'Brien, but I don't really check it anymore. I'm just trying to use the Skybridge follower to follow all the people. So Blue Skies I've been enjoying. I don't know. We need to come up with a better version of that. Skeets. Whatever. I've been enjoying Cass City at heavenlygrandpa.bluesky.social tweeted guy who invented ketchup. Yeah, so it's basically a tomato paste with pre-cum.
Oh God.
And then same person also tweeted, "No country for old men, but the weapon is a t-shirt cannon."
I'm rooting for Llewellyn Moss.
I'm such a sucker for pre-cum joke. Just the extra thought to add the pre.
Yeah.
And if you know, you know. And if you don't,
you know.
You're in a good place.
And if you don't know,
Justice Pope.
now you do know.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Amy Ash at lolonwe.bsky.social tweeted, "Yes, cryptocurrency is horrible for the planet, but more importantly, it bores me." That's also kind of how I feel. You can find us on Twitter at Daily Zeitgeist. We got to get a Blue Sky, don't we? For the Daily Zeitgeist.
No, there is one. There is one.
There is
one.
All right. We'll share that on tomorrow's episode.
Yeah, it's over there. It's over there.
We're on Blue Sky. At Daily Zeitgeist on Twitter, at The Daily Zeitgeist on Instagram. We have a Facebook fan page, a website, dailyzeitgeist.com, where we post our episodes and our footnotes, where we link off to the information that we talked about, as well as a song that we think you might enjoy. Miles, is there a song that you think people might enjoy?
Yes, there's this singer, songwriter, artist from West London named Niloufer Yanya. And she's got a track called Like I Say out. It's really dope. It's kind of like if you like Jose Gonzalez and that band Junip that he put together. It kind of has that kind of like cool sort of strummy, thumping, rumpin', tumping acoustic guitar with like a little bit of rhythm. But the guitar riff kind of reminds me of like Cherub Rock by the Smashing Pumpkins. It's just a dope track. Really dope artist. Check out the rest of her work. But anyway, this is called Like I Say by Niloufer Yanya. Check it out. NILUFERYANYA.
All right, we will link off to it in the footnotes. The Daily Zeitgeist is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. That's going to do it for us this morning. But we are back this afternoon to tell you what is trending. And we will talk to y'all then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.